Greetings, all you men of Hemad. I'm so glad that you're gathering right now, whether you're watching this in the morning, the noon, or the nighttime, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whenever it is. I'm so glad you've gathered. I'm so glad you're willing to have an important conversation. My name is Alan Smith. I'm the executive director of Saving Innocence. Saving Innocence is a 12-year-old anti-human trafficking agency. We're based in Los Angeles, and our specialty over all these years has been the recovery and the restoration of child victims of sex trafficking, the worst of the worst. Our youngest victim was a tender 7 years old just a few years ago. It's absolutely appalling. These are US-born American citizens. This isn't someplace 10,000 miles away. Human trafficking has made its way to the United States of America in a big way, in our communities, all over this country, every city, maybe even every zip code. We also work internationally, though. We're working with federal authorities right now on disrupting and taking down international smuggling and trafficking rings right now. It's happening in our midst. And I have an important and an urgent message to all of you men who are looking at the Hemad pledge. With my work at Saving Innocence, I've come to know a couple of things. By far, most of the buyers are men. Most of the sellers or the traffickers are men. It's indisputable. It's not even close. Guys, we're the problem. And you might be saying, I'm not going down the road, that dark path, and buying people for sex. This problem isn't caused by me. And probably you're right. It probably isn't. But you know what? It's happening. So all of us are in the category of we're allowing it to happen. And you might say, I'm not allowing it to happen. And then I might say, well, it's happening. So it's on us, men, to take a stand, to stand up and say, no more, not on my watch. Well, the fastest growing criminal enterprise in the world, human trafficking, it's very, very clear. We know what the problem is. The problem is men. Great. We're 50% there. That means we know what the solution is. It's men. It's strong men stepping up, taking accountability, taking responsibility, being a leader in your family, being a leader in your community of men, being a leader around your city, around the state, around the country, and around the world. That's what we need. Take this pledge, but don't let it end there. If it ends with taking the pledge, literally nothing is going to happen. You have to take the pledge and then live that pledge out. A couple of years ago, I was honored to collaborate with a number of survivors on a book. It's called Men Fight for Me. The title comes from an amazing survivor on a stage. I heard her say once, in the middle of my trauma, I gave up. I could no longer fight for myself. I needed someone to fight for me. And that lit me up because I know that men are the problem. That's my lane and that's your lane. Men are the problem. There's survivors out there. There are victims out there that are saying, I needed someone to fight for me. Well, who's going to fight for these amazing members of human creation? It's got to be us, guys. It's on us. We can do this. I'd love for you to go to fightforme.net. If you don't already have the book, buy one, and buy one for every guy in your life for this Christmas. Proceeds are benefiting survivors of trafficking. It'll be an important read and a challenging read and an inspiring read as these dear friends of mine share their story and share their lives. Have a great day. Take that pledge. Bring as many men as you can into it. And let's end this thing once and for all. Let's end human trafficking. We can do it, but we can only do it if everybody steps up and takes a role. Have a great day. Let's go.